Welcome back to Starfield. At the end of the last episode, I put myself on kind of one final mission for this run. I want to figure out if non-lethal weaponry will allow me to function as a pirate without building up so much bounty it's unprofitable. And so the problem was I actually couldn't figure out where to get a non-lethal gun. I went around to several stores, could not find one anywhere, but in my chat before this episode started, La Coalición told me that he knows about a store in Neon that sells nothing but non-lethal weaponry. So that might need to be my destination. And actually, I don't think we've gone to Neon on this run, so let's go check it out. Neon is in a system called, I think they've been pronouncing it Volley or Voli. I want to pronounce it Volii because it's got two I's, and that feels right to me. So it's Volii, I guess. So Airy Twitch showed up in the chat and asked me, how are you enjoying the game? I've been totally hooked. So yeah, I've been totally hooked for a while too. For me, and I've said this a couple of times before, but to reiterate, for me, what I love is these ships. And unfortunately, I have not really been in a position to, like, show off my collection of ships that I've built in my other runs. Contraband scan, of course. Okay. We got through that. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't been able to show off my ships. I might show off a couple of my ships at the very end of this episode if we do end up deciding that we've wrapped up this run. Because, one thing I've been planning to do is basically have this be my last episode about Starfield, because there's just so many other games to play. I mean, Assassin's Creed Mirage just came out, and that's just the first in a long string of additional, AAA games that are going to come out between now and the end of the year. And so I need to have space in my brain and space on my channel to deal with that stuff. And so Starfield is a game that I could just play for a very, very long time, especially with the whole Starship system. But I'm going to have to give it a rest, back away. I'm probably still going to keep playing it in the background on my own, but a lot of that run is going to be focused on trying to complete the main storyline, because my sister has been hyping it to me and saying, it's really interesting, I should check it out. But I didn't want to play through the main storyline on the stream, just because I think missions are less fun to watch because you don't get as much commentary, it's a lot of dialogue, and also, like, I don't want to spoil it for everybody. I want people to feel like, oh, they still have a lot of mysteries associated with Starfield. Even if you watch my entire series, and you're like, yeah, after that, I want to play Starfield. Like, I want you to have most of the game still undiscovered. So we'll probably wrap up this this series, but that is not going to be the end of my experience with Starfield. So let's land on Neon. So Neon is their cyberpunk city. It's kind of interesting how they're sort of, they've made this game kind of a tour of all science fiction, where they've got, like, they've got Firefly in Aquila, and they've got Cyberpunk in Neon, and they've got, whatever. They're like doing all of these, like, kind of a more utopian space opera vision on Jemison. They've got all of these different breeds of science fiction sort of spread out across this galaxy, and you kind of can get sort of it feels like a sampler platter of far future science fiction. Yeah, so Coalición emphasizes that for him too, this game is really addictive. So, okay, Coalición. This place has got a ship services office. However, I have never found a ship services technician that can help me with my ship here. I've got a bunch of individuals who are all named technician who do nothing. Like, you talk to them and they're just like,
hey there.
Yeah. I've never found a person. Oh, wait. Is this guy at the desk?
Need some work done?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think, okay, what's going on here? Because in my run that I'm playing on PC, I do not have this guy. He is gone. I don't know what happened to him, but he is gone. And similarly, like I was commenting before on the fact that when I go in and out of the key, I've got a different pirate sitting there on the PC version that I've been playing compared to this version. And I was like, is that guy randomized? Was he changed in an update, but the save retains which guy is there? Or like I was trying to figure out why it would be different, like consistently different. And here's another consistent difference. This guy doesn't exist in my PC game. Like I can't make ships on in Neon because I don't have a ship services technician. But here I do. That's so odd. Strange. Oh, so Zedric says that he does have one complaint about the shipbuilding system. The fact that he can't choose, and this is true, I've noticed this too, you can't choose how modules connect to each other. If you put two modules on top of each other that sort of take up multiple blocks, you can't decide where the ladder between them goes, or where the door, if they're next to each other, where the door between them goes. And that is, it's an interesting trade-off, right? Because it gives you a lot less control. I do not care about this little side quest, so I'm just going to abandon it. It gives you less control over the layout of your ship, but it means they didn't have to create a user experience for that. They didn't have to clutter their UI with a way to manage the details on a module. Basically, all you do in the ship builder is place modules around, but you never have to manipulate the module as the details of the module itself. And it's helpful that they've built their system around that, because it makes everything so much easier. Because I think if they'd given themselves that freedom, they probably would have used it for 900 things and would have felt like an overwhelming system. So, Coalition, you said red building at the end. Is it this build? Is it this Ryujin building here? Is this what you're talking about? Or is there... Should I look up... Like, look for a store in the elevator? Or are you talking about a totally different place? Because this... I mean, I don't know what drone is. I'm assuming Tayo Astroneering is in it because they make ship components. So maybe I go to drone? Oh no, Coalition says that actually it's a guy in this lobby that sells those. Okay, let's see. Could it be Arboron? Arboron sounds like they would be selling trees. But let's see.
Welcome to Arboron. Hey, thanks for stopping by. The name's Ken. Let me know if you have any questions. I know these weapons like the back of my hand.
Hi, Ken. Yeah, let's see your guns.
Let me know if you need any help. I'm always happy to talk shop. What brings you to Ryujin Tower today?
I'm here shopping.
Well, then you're in the right place. I'm open for business. You should stop by the Tranquility Shop before you go, too. Delilah there is sweet and loves a good chat. Of course, you're probably here for the Neuroamps. The Ryujin store is right across the lobby. You should poke your head in even if you aren't looking to buy.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Give me a shout when you find something you like.
Okay, so does he have the thing I'm looking for? Ah, okay. So the Nova Light is an energy weapon, but I think it's a damaging energy weapon. It does physical damage and it does energy damage. So this is not what I want. What I want is the rifle. The rifle is non-lethal. So I think I don't think these are what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the biggin.
Bye now.
So he said that there was another, because there's Tranquility, and there's this place. Oh, Coalition says the wall has the rifle. You're right. You're right. The rifle is here. Is it just a bad die roll that he doesn't have this available?
You won't find better weapons than Neon. Plenty of stock today.
Okay. Yeah, so I think all of these are the pistol. And it's probably just sheer luck that he doesn't have any of the rifles in stock. So let's...
See you later.
See if there's a place I can wait in the lobby. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I'm about to become the most obnoxious customer in the world. Because I'm going to wait for 48 hours. I'm basically in line for, like, I don't know, the first Star Wars prequel or something like that. Like, I remember people used to just sit in line for literal days in tents on sidewalks outside of theaters. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for the new gun to drop. So I'm just going to hang out here. I hope nobody stops me for loitering. Huh. So, Airy Twitch says the ship service technician has a voice actor. His name is Edward Hong. And they say that the voice sounds familiar, but they can't figure out where they've heard it. Yeah, so I'm not sure either. I don't think I know the name. So, okay, so that was 24 hours. But we're going to wait 48 hours. And by the way, you'll notice that, by the way, I love their clock system here because you can see that Neon, you know, the whatever planet Neon's on, I forgot, is it called Volii something? Its planet has a longer day than Earth. And so we've got these sort of Earth standard days that most places use, which are divided into 24 Earth standard hours. But other planets have different length hours, always 24 in a day. But here you can see like it's 24 local hours, but it's 35 universal hours. And so the thing I'm not actually sure about is, do stores follow local time or do stores follow universal time? Because the rule is if you wait 48 hours, the stock at a store will cycle. And so they'll get new credits back so that you can sell things, and they'll also get new stock if their stock is flexible. But I don't know if that's 24 universal hours that everyone's on the same cycle, or if it's local hours. Raneth Corp suspects that it's universal. So wait, Coalition says that he doesn't think I'm actually waiting? Or did he leave that comment before I actually started waiting? I'm not sure, but I think I just waited 48 hours. So let's check this guy out and see.
I have some excellent weapons on sale today. Absolutely.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this does look like a different set. But it's still all the pistol. Why? Why do you hate me, game? What is your problem? Pirate! No. Pay all these credits. Oh, I can overpay this guy to keep the thing I stole? Okay. Honestly, like, this is about how, like, this 6,000 credits, this is about how much those pistols cost. I mean, part of me is like, wants to be like, you won't take me alive, but I've been paying my bounties. Eventually I'm going to pay the bounty anyway. So yeah, basically buying the gun from the cops, I think might be my best option.
I thought for sure you had contraband. Guess not. I'll still have to take you in.
Take me in? Wait, how does this work? What? So wait, do I have the gun? That's what I care about. What was it? Yes, modified Nova Blast Disruptor. Okay, so what's the deal now? Was I just in jail for a while? Am I still in jail? I can't get out. What do I do? I've never actually gone to jail before.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
Did I just go through jail? Am I done with jail?
Devin and Estes has run into some trouble.
I'm not sure what just happened. Also, I don't know what mission I'm being pointed at. Oh, speak to Nesher in jail. That's right. So that person out front who was being arrested, who I ignored, that kicked off automatically, I guess, a mission to speak to him. But that's not what I'm here to do. I want to do some piracy in the Ixal system. And now I've got a long lethal weapon to do it with. So I'm going to head to my ship. Oh, so Coalition has given me another piece of advice. He's saying that I should go to the trade authority, or to some other. Is there a trade authority here? I mean, I assume there must be a trade authority here somewhere in Neon, though I don't know where it is. But if I sell it to them and then buy it back, they basically launder it for me. Here's the trade authority. Okay.
Oh, look who's got on the radar gun. Well,
So yeah, let's talk to Coleman Lang. Hello, Coleman.
Yeah? Buying, selling, or moving?
It's kind of funny, by the way. He's is in this like really casual, natural-looking pose, leaning his elbow on the counter. But because he only has one animation for leaving that, like they gave him an animation for like, okay, I'm facing the counter. Now I'm going to lean on the counter. Now I'm going to stop and return to facing the counter. That's how they set up the leaning on the counter thing. But they didn't give him a special animation for when he wants to leave the counter and immediately turn and face another direction. So first he has to leave the counter, and then he has to turn around. But because he has head tracking while he's at the counter, you can stand near him. He'll be turned mostly towards you. And then in order to actually face you, he has to face back to the counter to do his removal animation and then turn around to face you. It's extremely awkward, but it's just, this is a simple way to do it. And I think that, given more time and, more resources, you can go and you can add special cases in for moments like this. But even discovering that a moment like that exists and is a problem takes a lot of testing, and you can end up with an enormous list. Yeah, sure. This one, because this is the one we focused on and experienced, seems like, oh, well, someone should have fixed that. Sure, but there's thousands of cases like this, and they did fix a lot of them. I'm pretty sure. There's just so many. You can't get to all of them. So yeah, I think a more polished version of this would be he would have a way to immediately turn around away from the counter to face somebody and talk to them to look more natural, but understandable that they didn't get to that. Anyway, good day to you too.
All right, smartass, let's cut the bullshit.
Oh.
You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on.
Yeah, because you giving me that long speech does not amount to wasting time.
Now that's what I'm talking about. We both want to make some money, so what'll it be? Always happy to take your money.
Yeah, so this dude is like, why don't you stop wasting my time and buy some stuff? And I'm like, you know what? You could have opened the trade interface anytime you wanted to, dude. Quit complaining at me. So let's do that. Let's sell my contraband disruptor, and then let's go down to the buyback section. Oh, wait, which is here. Now, does he have a special buyback section? He does. Buy it back for the exact same price, and now I've got a laundered disruptor. Thank you, Coalition. That was a great suggestion. So, now that we've done that, let's head over to the spaceport. And let's go do some pirating. So we'll head out to my spaceship. So yeah, you'll notice that they made the interesting decision to put the cyberpunk city like effectively on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, that is like one sort of like interesting, cool sci-fi trope that is cool that they included, like the city built over water. I really like that. And Neon is the source of like this really popular drug called Aurora, which is made from fish. And so having a drug that's got sort of a biological source that means it can only be made in a certain place makes a lot of sense, especially for the cyberpunk city to be the source of that drug. So it's all a bunch of really reasonable decisions that hold together, but it's interesting because when you say the cyberpunk city, I don't immediately think of the ocean. But also, another reason why I think putting the cyberpunk city in the middle of the ocean makes sense is because when you think of cyberpunk, you think of kind of a lot of times like a never-ending city, or a city that's so huge you can't ever leave. It's just the entire place is a city. You think of places like Trantor and Coruscant and places like that. What was I trying to say? And of course, that's not always true. Like, say, Mega City 1, for instance, has got deserts outside. The city in the cyberpunk game has got a desert outside. So that's not... Stop talking, fan. Oh my gosh. Leave me the crap alone. Shut your mouth. I'm trying to talk to these nice people. But, but you know, but one way, when you can't make a very large cyberpunk city, like you know, cyberpunk, whatever the date is in cyberpunk 2077, they spent like their entire efforts on building this one enormous city and its immediate environs. They can really impress you with the scale of their city. Starfield is building a galaxy, and so this one city was never going to be very huge. And so, but one way to make it feel like this city is all-encompassing is to take your small city and put it in a place where you cannot explore. And so, basically, the city is everything, and I think that makes a lot of sense as a creative decision. So Zedric says that according to the story, this was originally a fishery rig, and the discovery of Aurora attracted recreation, which attracted business, which coalesced into Neon. That really does make sense, actually, to have this have started as a fishery rig. I like that story. And Dr. Manhattan really liked the fact that there was some kind of shark or something under the water there. That, like, if I look down, it's not just endless tiling ocean waves. All right, so let's go to Ixal, which is where our piracy mission is. So basically, oh wait, I can't get there yet. So this, by the way, this is another example of the thing Ranithcord brought up earlier in an earlier session, which is originally, at least we get the impression that originally, I want to set course where? Okay, I'll just go to Suvorov. We suspected originally, a lot of people suspected originally, this game had a much stronger survival component, that managing fuel was a big part of the experience, and that a lot of those features were nerfed or cut in order to support the sort of gallivanting across the universe, you know, with nary a care in the world, that was more sort of more the experience they wanted to target. And I also suspect that they didn't want survival concerns to be tripping up the experience of missions, so they can send you on a mission that bounces from system to system to system, and it's effortless rather than like the mission being interrupted by you needing to go and get more fuel. But yeah, they did kind of result in the fuel, like you never think about fuel, except for in the rare case where you want to travel so far across the galaxy that you have to stop somewhere halfway between. So, like, when I was trying to go to Ixal, oh, I'm still out of reach of Ixal. I have to go to Shoza first. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wait, no, Ixal isn't out of range. It's in range, but I have to actually, like, the first time I go there, I have to take it as a one-step trip, apparently. You know, I've been mostly traveling between, like, well-known, already settled systems with big cities on them, and stuff like that. And so maybe I haven't engaged that much with that need to just take the last leg as its own separate step. But let's give that a try. But yeah, but it's interesting how, like, you know, because as people suspect, you know, they probably used to have, oh, this is like level 40. This is a level 40 place. Am I worried about this? I don't know. It says that behind my head, by the way, that it's a level 40 place. I'm assuming that doesn't mean that the thing that is spawned for this mission is going to be level 40. I think it just means that, like, the native creatures and the native encounters are going to be level 40. Crossing my fingers that that's the case. We'll see if I'm right. Wait, what? Get away from me! Hey, stop it. That was weird. I was not expecting the Varun to come after me just that second. All right. So. Okay, we're in the Ixal system. Let me quick save in case I get sort of locked into a battle when I move up, because I think I'm just at the wrong planet for my piracy. Let's go to this particular planet. Okay, so Zedric says that shark in the water was actually the source of Aurora. Okay, we got 3 ships. But he says it's the source of Aurora, and actually, if you do the mission with that guy in jail, you can learn to make and sell Aurora yourself, so you could be a space drug dealer. That's cool. That kind of that feels like the vibe of, like, the back of the box of Fallout 2. A little bit. Okay, I don't know if I can handle these folks. They're level 10. I could probably handle them. I'm sure this will go fine. Okay, so the problem is, I've got non-lethal weapons, but I don't know if I can disable all of these ships and board the one I want. I might have to destroy 2 ships first before I can board the one I want to steal. So I don't know how big that is going to make my bounty. So let me, yeah, so I'm going to save. Let me first see if I can disable these ships. Well, that's the thing, like, because ships constantly repair themselves, I think if I disable one of them and don't board it, like, I don't think I can board while I'm in combat. I think that I have to have disabled all the nearby ships. And so, yeah, so I think what let me try hailing this ship. And just, maybe I can just intimidate him. I don't know. Let's see. Hail.
Pardon.
I want everything in your cargo hold.
You're outgunned, and you picked the wrong ship to pirate.
Oh, really? I want the cargo.
Big mistake.
Okay.
Look alive.
Okay, so everyone's attacking me now. Oh, they're suddenly in the... Whoa. Okay. Wow. All right. Hold on. No, I want this one. Okay. Yeah, the more separated they stay from each other, the better off I am. That guy did not take a lot of damage from me, but I took a lot of damage from him. So I might be a little outgunned, actually. Let's see. Okay, so I have murdered someone now. So not great. Okay, repairing my hull. Okay, they're gone. Okay, now this is the ship I actually want to board. So we're going to target them. We're going to try to take down their shields first. They do have a lot of shield. They did not give me... Well, actually, part of the problem is I think I've been progressing my character. I do not think I've been keeping up. This ship is a level 30 ship. Okay, so let's... Okay, so we're targeting the engines. I don't know if missiles are capable of targeting the engines. Wait, oh, I'm not targeting the engine. I was targeting the shields. What's wrong with me? I'm sorry. I thought I do this all the time. I was looking at my own energy distribution. And so I was targeting their shields and not their engines. And so now I'm probably going to destroy the ship instead of boarding the ship. Well, that's lame. Sorry, yeah, I was looking, because I've got my own engines highlighted. Yeah, I can't do this. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Just because, I don't feel like I need to keep the consequences of those actions because it was me misreading the UI, which just doesn't feel like, that's not my character making a mistake. That's the player making a mistake. So let's try this again. We'll hail these guys.
You're coming in loud and clear.
All right, let's take all your stuff.
You're completely outmatched.
I want your cargo.
Want you. Look alive.
Okay, so let's go after the escort ships first. Although actually, the fact that I didn't let them get split from each other first is probably gonna hurt me. Oh, come on. Get target locked. Why are we not target locked? Oh, because they're boosting, that's why. So similarly, they had a target lock on me, and so I boosted to get away from it. Okay, repairing my hull. Okay, got them. Do not want the Autobahn. We want the other guy. This guy. Oh gosh. Okay, that was bad for me. I'm so used to my like maxed out ships that I made for myself in my other games. It's weird to kind of be outgunned. Like I've gotten to the point where I've concentrated my progression so much on ship design that I just kind of always outclass every fight I get into. Okay, so let's do a better job of this now. Oh crap. Oh, suddenly my ship is in a terrible state. Okay. Locking. Target locked. Okay, engines. Oh wait, actually I don't need to do engines yet. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Shield offline. Let's get away from them and repair. Ah, dang it. I was doing well against them last time. This time I'm getting worked. Okay, let's do some dodging to give my shields a chance to... Oh, they're going to destroy me. They're going to destroy me. All right, let's try to put some obstacles between me and them while my shields recover a little bit. Yeah, this is going very poorly. And my attempts to use obstacles are just kind of falling flat. But we're locking. Okay, let's try to hit them again with everything we've got. Take their shields down. Oh, they're turning on me. Yeah, okay. Just barely lived through that. It's going poorly. Locking again. This is not going to work. All right. Yeah, they're facing me. They're going to be shooting me. Not a lot I can do about it. Enemy missiles locked up. Yeah, I think I'm just screwed now. I don't think I'm going to get this. Wait, why am I fighting their lasers? No, I want to fight their engines. Engines. Their engines are so good. Oh, now why am I hitting random things? I want to just stay on the engines, you jerks. Okay, I might need to actually get some... I need to get some electromagnetic weapons. Because, yeah, I think that guy's engines were so tough. Like, I couldn't... Of course, I guess if I had just fired lasers at him, that would have done a lot less hull damage. Let me try this one more time. Because I think the real solution is I need to go get electromagnetic weapons so I can take down his engines without doing any, or like hardly any hull damage at all. I think that's the real answer. But let's try this one more time. Because for those of you who don't know, what I'm trying to do is take down his engines and board him and take the stuff inside his hull without destroying the ship, without killing the crew. So what I probably need to do, let's see here. I'm gonna keep my missiles a little bit more. Okay, so I wonder, can I just hail these guys?
What can I do for you? Check our weapons.
Oh wait, sorry, I just impulsively hit a button that I didn't mean to hit. Okay.
Go ahead.
I want to threaten these people.
We're heavily armed.
I want your cargo.
Today!
So I'm targeting the dagger. Oh wait, oh crap, the friend showed up. Okay. Okay, so if I can keep this person isolated and not take a bunch of damage while I'm fighting them. That will set me up in a good way to be able to deal with the second one. Alright, well, I got hit by a missile. That wasn't cool. Nope. Oh, gosh. These guys are better at hiding than I am. Partly, I think, because they're AI, and so they don't have the problem of trying to figure out the perspective of, like, you know, can the enemy see me or not in this position when I can't really see where they are. Okay. So they're doing a lot of damage to my shields. I think I might need to go on the attack here. So, while their shields are up, I'm just gonna go no holds barred. So, lasers are less effective against hull, and ballistics are less effective against shields, but neither of them does nothing. And so firing everything is still valuable. Okay, so now I want to target their engine and just use my lasers. And what I'm hoping that does is minimize damage to the hull while still damaging the actual engines. Oh man, these engines have a lot of health. And I also keep temporarily losing target lock. Oh, well, yeah, their shield is down. That makes sense. So I'm going to keep pelting them a little bit so that they don't get their shield back. I keep losing targeting on them. Is it distance that's doing that? Okay. Is it obstacles? Or do I have to, like, charge up something that gives me target lock? Genuinely not sure. Okay, here we go. Back with the sustained target lock. The engines are already repaired? Come on, okay, I'm firing ballistics now. Just to make a difference. I am not going to be able to take them down. Well, that's disappointing. Like, yeah, I can just fire everything at them, and I can destroy them. But I wanted to board and use my electromagnetic rifle. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go back to before we did this. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to adjust this ship. So let's go to a different system. Someplace it's got a shipyard. I don't know what's going on in Ixel. Crix has got a shipyard. Let's go to Crix. Let's go over here. Let's upgrade our weapons. And specifically, let's grab something that we can use to disable engines quickly without doing a lot of ballistic damage. So, the Coalition was running a poll wanting to know who in Constellation is their favorite companion. I definitely want to say Vasco, because Vasco can often say my name, and that makes me happy. Wait, Vasco, that is the robot, right? Or am I misremembering the robot's name? Okay, so let's go and talk to Jazz. And let's get our ship upgraded. So I don't have that much money, but I think I've got enough to do a simple ship upgrade. I don't have enough to construct an entire ship from scratch, but that's okay. That's not one of my requirements.
Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this rust bucket of a station.
Stop complaining. This is your job. View and modify my ships.
Sure. Let me punch that up, and we can have at it.
Hey there, Real Peon. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, my day is going all right. Only problem is I cannot pirate effectively to save my life. Okay, so I've already modified this ship just slightly. But we're going to modify it some more. So, okay, so where are we keeping our weapons? So we've got our missiles here, which these have actually been some of my more effective tools against these enemies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all of my weapons. Because it's really weird. So they've created this thing where, like, you know, lasers are really good against shields, and ballistics are really good against hull. But they've also got weapons that are good against both, and just as good as those two alternatives. So once I can get particle beams, I just don't do anything else. So, like, this is a particle beam. I guess it does 13 hull damage and 13 shield damage. I haven't unlocked any of the fancy stuff because you got a lot more options when you level up your skills. But so the laser, it does 14 shield damage, and the cannon does 13 hull damage, and the electron beam does 13 both. And so I'm like, that's great. That means I don't have to think about what weapon I'm using. So yeah, we'll just slap those on there. We'll grab another copy of this. We'll just do more and more of them. And so now I don't have to pull two different triggers in order to fire all my weapons. They're all useful all the time. But the real star of the show is going to be... Oh, no. Oh, they don't offer electromagnetics here. Is it because I haven't unlocked them yet? Is that why? Interesting. So I might be a little messed up right now. Because I have not leveled up my skill at all, it could be that I just have not unlocked the option. But it's also possible that because these folks are pirates, they don't think I want disabling, which doesn't make any sense, right? Disabling is a major tool that pirates would use, right? So, but yeah, I don't see the option here. And I don't know why I just installed crappier missiles. Why did I install crappier missiles? That's a terrible plan. It is weird, like this missile is just better than this missile. It weighs more. That's all. It weighs more, it costs more, but it's mostly just better. And so if you've got the kind of money where you're messing with starships, like, there isn't much of a point to ever buying the cheaper thing. So yeah, it's interesting. There aren't as many trade-offs. Real P1 wants to know how many artifacts I've collected. I think like 2 in my other game. Like I seriously have not been chasing down the main storyline at all. Okay, so I mean I do prefer particle beams, and so we can assign the particle beam here, and we can assign my missiles there, and then do I have room to like? I mean, I would definitely be more effective in combat if I had another missile launcher, but there aren't a lot of spaces left to install. I mean, I could put it back here, and technically this will still work, even though it does not have line of sight at all. That will still work. But eventually my goal is to... Oh, actually, another option that you have is... So you've got a lot of ports on this ship that can't be used by weapons unless you install like an equipment plate on them. But this place doesn't sell a flat top equipment plate, so I can't do that either. It's so on a sort of atmospheric level, I get, let's see here. Oh, let me make sure that the problem that I'm seeing is just right. I just don't have a weapon equipped. That's fine. We can end without that. So the idea that like different spaceports offer different pieces for building ships makes sense in theory, and it sort of does help you kind of like immerse yourself more in the world because like, oh, I'm in this particular place and it's got this particular flavor to it. But on the other hand, some of the very basic things like an equipment plate to sort of turn a normal sort of mounting point into a weapon mounting point so rather than mounting another module on it, you're mounting a weapon on it. That's just like a basic requirement of building a lot of ship designs. And you could want that if you're using any brand of ship component. And so I'm like, why is that brand specific? Why can I only get that at certain spaceports? That's just really, really weird. It really hinders me. So like, if I go to a particular spaceport that's got a particular set of larger modules that I want, I might have to take it to a different spaceport in order to then get the equipment mounts that I want. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that in the real world, you often have to do stuff like that, but that doesn't make the game more fun. I can't think of like how that makes the game more fun. All right, so let's just go, I guess let's go to Cheyenne and just see if what they offer is any different. If there is an EM weapon that I can get at Aquila. Wait, is this? That's Montara. This is Aquila. What? Wait, what's going on? Okay, so sometimes this game will do weird things when you are trying to use the map that I don't understand. But, okay, so I can just fast travel to Aquila. Zedric says, I wish the Outpost shipbuilder could be upgraded to sell everything. So I had actually kind of been thinking, I didn't know what the Outpost shipbuilder offered. I was hoping that like maybe the reason for me to finally invest in building an outpost would be if I could do that. If I could get all of the different shipbuilders to funnel their wares to me at my local place. That would make it really, really worthwhile for me to build an outpost. But apparently, according to Zedric, they don't offer that. And so there's no reason for me to ever build an outpost. So Airy Twitch says that they do get tons of brands at their outposts. So maybe it might still be an improvement over a lot of these other places. All right, so let's see what these folks have to offer. Is it any different on the weapon front? Lasers, launchers, electron beams. Okay, we do have more things. But I don't think any of them are electromagnetic weapons. Is this missile launcher better? No, it's worse. Oh, wait. The Atlatl. Whoa. But these... Okay, so I don't know why they do this. Sometimes they let you buy parts that are like out. So this is a Class B item. This is a Class C item. I can't put them on the ship. I can't even pilot Class B and Class B ships. I don't know why they offer these. I mean, eventually I can unlock a whole array of these and install them as ships, but I don't know why they show them to me now. It's just frustrating to install them and not be able to use them. But, yeah, okay, so nothing here. Rosenberg says, doesn't some stuff unlock alongside your level? Maybe so. So, yeah, if my level unlocks some stuff, that might also be an explanation. And I don't have any skill points right now, but... I did level up the last time I beat that fight. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Actually, let me look at my skills some more. Wait, skills. How close am I to being able to grab Starship Design? 3 more points in tech. I'm pretty far away from unlocking more spaceship parts. Okay, so apparently... electromagnetic weapons are not in the cards for us. So what that means is we're going to wrap up this episode by playing that same fight yet again. Only this time, I'm just going to accept the situation. I have to murder these people. But what we're going to do is we're going to compare what I get from that fight, like what I'm able to sell it for, and the reward for the mission. We're going to compare that to what I have to pay in bounty for having killed those ships. Shut up, fan. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna see how unprofitable it is. And then maybe sometime in the distant future. So yeah, so my original plan was this was going to be my last episode, and we were going to prove this out. We're going to try to do a very low-cost hijacking in terms of human lives and bounty accrued, and we were going to see if we could make that profitable. It looks like that is not in reach for me right now.
Another successful jump. No distance is too far for you, Captain.
So we might need to find another way to prove it, either in a different episode or... Anyway, okay, so let's look at how much money I've got. Right now, I have got 23,365 credits. So we'll see how much money I make from this. And I still think that attacking the other two guys is the better move up front, because I can kill them faster.
Transmission acknowledged. Help you?
And I'm going to try... I'm still going to try to take out the other one's engines, but I'm going to fail.
Come and get it. Look alive.
All right. So now I've got all of my guns firing in sync with each other, which is nice. You can see I'm taking down the shields faster than before. There we go. Okay. Now, stop it. Oh my gosh. You just pounded me. All right. Come here, Dagger. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay, come on. Get back here. Down to one more ship. Come on. All right. So again, we'll just try to take down their shields by any means necessary. Okay, their boost is over. We've got target lock. Okay, we'll let them joust with us for a second. Then we'll get behind them. We're locked. We want engines. And I think we're probably, yeah, it seems like we're damaging their hull faster than we're damaging the engines. Okay, so we're not going to shoot them unless we're in targeting mode, just in case. We might be able to make it by a sliver. Come on, come on. Oh, almost. Oh, wait! No! We had them, and I just didn't notice. Oh my gosh, we had them. Oh, that was so freaking tragic. Oh, that hurts. I just habitually, I thought I had one more. I thought I had one more tick on the engine to take out. And so I fired. And that sucked. Okay. Dang, we could have done it. Well, you know what? Fine. You know, we wanted a control, so we wanted to know what this cost. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the key. And we're going to get paid for the mission. Once we go back to the key, I think we get paid for the mission automatically. Then we're also going to, like... I actually didn't pay attention to the resources that we got. We could sell the resources we got, too. But we're going to pay our bounty, and we're going to see how much worse off we are after that. Oh, Orathaus says he just won the game. Congratulations, Orathaus. Wow. All right. So let's go to the key. We're going to collect the reward for that mission, and then we're going to compare it to our bounty. And we're going to see how stupid this is. Okay, so we completed that mission, and I'm assuming...
Are you looking to start something?
Did it pay me? Did the mission pay me? Yes, okay. So I got just over 6,000. Or just under. I think it's just under 6,000 monies. Let's compare that to the bounty that we incurred. And see how wildly off it is. So I think the bounty clearing stuff is over here. Okay. So the United Colonies has a bounty of 1,500 credits on me. Okay, so because last time I wasn't being careful and I was just causing all kinds of problems, I incurred a big bounty, but I didn't compare it to the, so I was expecting this bounty to be huge because of my past experience. When I wasn't paying attention, I got a really huge bounty and I didn't know what to do about it. So I was coming here expecting this bounty to be more than 6,000. It wasn't more than 6,000. This actually was profitable. I didn't even have to get in there with my... So if I had gotten in there with non-lethal weaponry and had incurred even less bounty, then this would have been more profitable. This actually was profitable. I just made money as a pirate. We did it! So yeah, so now the sort of the question of if I can disable a ship with electromagnetic weapons, and if I can then board the ship and incapacitate the people with electromagnetic weapons, and just take the stuff and incur... I mean, I think I'll get at least some bounty from that, but incur even less bounty because no one dies, then this gets more profitable, but we've already proven it can be profitable. The main thing I just need is to make sure that what I'm getting out of it is worth more than, yeah, because I'm pretty sure, I think I don't have, like, the contraband that I picked up, I don't have it anymore. Like, it's not here in my inventory, which means that it was consumed by the mission when I came back to the key. So I could also do independent piracy if I wanted to, if I'm fairly convinced that what I'm going to get out of the piracy is worth more than about that scale of bounty. Because I could sell things manually myself. But... wow, okay, so I was so, upset, because I was like, oh man, we're not going to prove anything. We're going to go back, I'm going to have to pay a bounty that's much bigger than my profits, and we still haven't learned if there's a good way to be a pirate, because still, the electromagnetic weaponry might still be a solution, but we can't do it yet, arg. But, no, that's not where we are. We've proven we can make a living at this. So, great, awesome. We are successfully a space pirate. We've done it. And I think that is a fitting end to this series. So, there we go. So, yeah, Airy Twitch pointed out that actually, I probably only got about 3,000 for the mission. That what I got, the reason I was up by almost 6,000 was because of the money I got from the destroyed ships. I forgot about that. That credits were among the spoils from the ships. So yeah, that's probably a big part of it too that I wouldn't have counted. So yeah, so it looks like they probably calculated it. So yeah, I'm betting that actually, see, again, because of my past experience where I wasn't paying attention and I somehow incurred a massive bounty that I don't even remember exactly how, it probably was actually like maybe capturing the ship that I've got, stuff like that. I don't know. But I was just under the impression that not a lot of care was taken to sort of balance this stuff out economically. But it looks like actually someone probably, when they were creating those pirate missions, they probably specifically were like, okay, this style of pirate mission, it will pitch you up against this collection of ships. Killing those ships will incur a bounty this big, and therefore I'm going to make the payoff from the mission be this big, and make sure that it's bigger than the bounty. And so somebody probably actually did put a lot of care into it. I just didn't realize it until now. So kudos to whoever's job that was. Thank you. I appreciate it. Seems like you did your job. And that I didn't give you enough credit for it when I was initially getting frustrated as a pirate. Oh, and Colosseum points out that there are probably other skills I can get in addition to unlocking more ship parts, which will allow me to do things like...
steal from your own. Not unless you want the whole state.
Shush. To get things like electromagnetic weapons, which will increase my profits. There's also the scavenging skill, which increases the amount of credits I get out of things. There are various like trade skills that I can get for like, like I think it's like a haggling skill or something that I can get to increase the amount of money I sell things for at shops. So I can keep edging this up too and actually make a business out of it. So, and Enigma says, actually, I'm not joking, it is a mechanic. If you kill all your witnesses, then the bounty is removed. So, okay, so that was a thing I was not sure about. Because there were no, like, once I killed all 3 of those ships, I don't think there were witnesses. And so, I feel like there must be at least a minimum bounty you get for going pirate, regardless of whether there are witnesses or something. But one thing that might be a problem is, if I adopt the electromagnetic method, and I'm not killing those people, but I'm leaving them alive, I'm wondering if there is a certain amount of bounty that because they're all dead at the end, I lose a certain amount of my bounty. And actually, if I commit piracy against them and leave them alive, I wonder if that might actually be less profitable. That is an interesting thing for me to wonder about later. So yeah, Zedric says, I have seen my bounty removed for killing the last witness. So yeah, so I don't know if there's maybe just a difference between different situations because, yeah, hard to know. This is a complex and large game, but I'm still excited about it. So yeah, so on my own, I'm going to continue playing the main story. I think right now I want to finish the Ryujin storyline first, then complete the main story, then see what New Game Plus is, because I've heard that's interesting. And maybe at some point I'll either come back and show you more, or I'll report on what I've discovered. So there might end up being an episode 10. But for right now, I think I'm done making Starfield episodes, because these things are long. But I've been doing this for over an hour. These things are long, and we should spend some time looking at some of the other games that come out this year. So let's wrap this up. There is a subscribe button. Here's links to other videos. If I come back and do anything, it might just be coming back to show off my ships or something. So if I do that, that'll be there. But I'm expecting that might take a while.